Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special guest, Christian Bird, the track manager for here at Max Dragway, where the voice of drag racing got its start. Christian, there's been a lot of off-season stuff been done here at Max Dragway. Talk about some of the changes we can expect to see in 2015.
Well, we've had a really busy off-season, Charles, so far. We've done a complete resurface of the racetrack, all new concrete, all new asphalt. So we've been basically paving and putting concrete down since the middle of December. We just wrapped up earlier this week with the final concrete work around the starting line. So we should be ready to rock and roll and put some cars on the track and get the timing system tuned up here in mid-February and just shake everything down. And then we'll be back on the track for an open test and tune for all cars invited, race cars, street cars, anybody that wants to come March 14th, which is a Saturday in March. So we're looking forward to a great season. We have had a busy off season, probably the busiest one ever.
So for general bracket racers that run at Mooresville, Piedmont, somewhere like that, they can come down and go down the Bellagio drag strips again in March.
They can. We'd love to have them. We actually made, for some of them that are up on the wheelie bar, we've actually made some adjustments actually to the starting line to make it more friendly for some of the wheelie bar classes. The dragway's now on one continual plane. For some people know it, a lot don't, that there used to be a 1% break right at the beams at the starting line. So we've actually raised the water box area back up and tapered the asphalt back down. So it should be, it's all downhill, so it should be fast. And it's definitely, we've added a little texture to the concrete surface itself, so it should take rubber a lot quicker and a lot better. So just little things. Anytime you get a chance to do things the second time around, you got a list in your back pocket that are things you'd want to tweak and adjust. And so it should be back and better than ever. Come here in March, and yeah, everybody's invited. We'd love to have them.
Well, fast forward into the end of March, you guys have got the 4-wide nationals, of course, and everybody likes to see the 4 funny cars, the 4 dragsters go down the track at the same time. Talk about a little bit more of the fan experience and what the fan specials you guys have got as far as ticket sales for the people who may not be able to come to race their stockers or something like that, but want to come watch anyway.
Yep, March 27th through 29th, we got the NHRA 4-wide nationals here at Max Dragway. We got a great program, big, very fan-friendly event if you've never been out here. A lot to do for the kids, for your buddies. We got some cool ideas on tap. We got every big fan zone out back, and I think tickets start at $20 on Friday, and you can pick up a can of Mela Yella on your way over here to the track and get $8 off any tickets. A lot of our promotional pricing kind of goes up the week of the race, so get your tickets early. But it's not expensive to come to an NHRA national event. We have the most affordable tickets in all of 24 NHRA events for both our March event this year and our September event that kicks off the countdown. And I think that it's just a great experience. You come out here, the family-friendly event times, run times for the March event. This is probably the earliest we've run 4-wide since the initial 4-wide back in 2010. So it's something that highly likely to move back into April. We had some schedule conflicts with our car shows, with our Bristol NASCAR race moving back into the middle of April this year, which is great for those guys. It's it should be we always try to improve. We take the fan feedback, we take all the customer feedback, and we try to make adjustments and make changes that the fans want to see.
Now, Christian, if people want to buy tickets ahead of time, what do they do? Do they go to the website, or is there a phone number for them to call directly?
They can call 1-800-455-FANS or go to zmaxdragway.com. There's great specials available, some great top eliminator club options if you want to meet some of the drivers. We got if you want to get out of the elements, get out of the weather and go up into, we have a suite that you can buy suite tickets for. We call it Bruton Suite up there on top of the grandstand. So there's something for everybody there. Always kids tickets are all free here. So you can bring up to 6 kids, and 12 and under are free. So it really is going. It's not expensive to bring your family, no matter how it's a family of 2 or a family of 10 out here to Max Dragway and smell some nitro.
Well, Christian, fast forwarding past the 4-wide event, obviously you've got a lot of things that are presumptual on the table, correct, for the end of 2015?
For
bracket racing and
not
bracket racing, but
no, we do. We got some events that we're bringing a import event here in the middle of the summer. There's 2 or 3 other events that we're not ready to announce quite yet. But should be really cool. We're going to kind of take some of the things that are really popular out there these days and see if we can't make it work. Ultimately we want to bring some a TV element. We saw what we could do back in the days of having Pink Saw out here and giving racers of all different classes, a platform to be on national TV. And I think there's some things in the cards that if we can finalize some deals that will get some programming back on there, and maybe do some pilots at the end of this season, and then roll out a bigger and better plan in 2016. So again, we kind of miss those days of this packed house here, and to this day, I still think watching 10.5-second cars 4 wide and coming and going and doing wheel stands is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You get a lot more time to watch the race kind of develop. It's tough to take in when guys are going 335 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds and 4 cars racing down 4 lanes. It's a lot. It's a lot for the new fan. But I think that we're going to come out with some new ways to use all 4 lanes, and I think again this new surface will help us get the track prep right and where it needs to be to get 4 even lanes to go out and run some events.
Now, Christian, for those of you that don't know, you've got a big backing in sportsman drag racing and stuff. What's the chances of us actually seeing a divisional come back to the Bellagio?
I think with Rockingham coming on board as an NHRA track in 2015, one of the incentives for them was to be able to run a divisional. I think it could happen. We weren't real successful. We had some. The year we ran the divisional here, we had a hurricane coming up the coast. We had a lot of our Division 1 racers head to Bowling Green to an event out in Kentucky versus coming here to Z-Max Dragway. So the car count wasn't what it needed to be successful. I wouldn't. There's an opportunity. There's something there. We got to get the business deal right. We need to get sponsorship right on it. It needs to be a win-win for both the racers and the racetrack. So I think it's a possibility, but I think it'll be good to have in the Rockingham event. And then, we don't really look at them as competition. We look at it as an opportunity for our sportsman racers to get some class points and maybe qualify for the nationals, whereas they would have to tow a long way to get those points. In the last couple of years, maybe they can get the points early on in Rockingham and have enough to come here and enter in the big show here at Z-Max Dragway. And so I think that it's a good thing, and time will tell whether or not we bring a divisional back here. We talked before about having some type of end of the year, big championship event, but it needs to be big. It can't just be a normal, ordinary event. They don't work real well here. We've proven that over time. So I never say never, but I think at this point, we're going to let Steve Earwood and his gang kind of get on track with what they're trying to do down there and grow some events, and hopefully it's good for everybody involved in NHRA drag racing.
Well, it sounds like 2015 is going to be a heck of a season for Z-Max Dragway. We look forward to covering the 4 wide starting live, that Thursday. In fact, I believe Stock and Superstock are going to have class this year for the 4 wides, aren't they?
They are. We, again, March 27th through 29th, come out and join us. I think it's going to be a big time to be had by everyone. And again, if you've never been out here, it's super family friendly. Everything's flat, easy to get around. Good for strollers, good for wagons. And so we just want to keep that fan experience top of mind when we look at what we do here at Z-Max Dragway. And I promise you, it's a place you wouldn't be embarrassed to bring your mother or your wife out here. We have clean bathrooms, and can't say that for every other racetrack. So it's something we take pride in and doing it right, and that's the way Bruton kind of teaches us to do things. So be right by the fans, and you'll do all right.
Well, they call it the Bellagio for a reason, and race fans out there, be sure to call 1-800-455-FANS
and get your tickets today. There's some great deals out there and some great seats available.
Christian, we look forward to covering it.
Thank you for having me, Charles.